Hello? Hello? How's everybody doing? Can you hear me? Check. I think I'm good. Yeah, your voice is still recovering, I can imagine. I'd be screaming my lungs out. Yeah, Game 3 was an incredible game. It's hard to remember it after the poison of the last game. Obviously, a disappointing Game 4. But I hesitate to say that's hockey, baby. Because that did not feel like hockey. A lot of that did not feel like hockey. Just atrocious officiating. And I so resent when fan bases are extremely loud online saying, well, you're going to complain about the calls, but you don't complain when the calls go in your favor. You know what? I like to think that sometimes I do complain about that. I've actually gotten roasted in a couple of my videos. It's very brazen of a creator to say, you know, my team and the team that this channel follows got away with one here, you know, or Montreal should have got a penalty. And I've done that in the past, and I do get flamed a little bit in the comments, but whatever. Call a spade a spade. I'm not afraid to do it. And, you know, there was a couple of penalties we got away with in that game. But none of the goon stuff that the Caps are doing. 3-1 refs. I know. 3-1 Caps. It felt like the Caps have had playoff officiating and the Habs had regular season officiating. That's a really good way to put it, Spencer. The refs were egregious. Absolutely. Like, if they want to stop the calls or the conspiracies of, hey, it's rigged, it's all scripted, they don't want Canadian teams to win, so on and so forth, you have to be making better calls. Just, you know, I don't expect them to be perfect. I've said this before. I'll have to say it again because it's always going to be a problem. I believe in getting it right the first time. Referees getting it right the first time. I don't think we have to necessarily look at AI solutions, although somebody suggested it last video, and I was like, you know, after watching that game, I can, you know, I might consider it. But yeah, the phantom calls. St. Louis specifically or explicitly talked about that. Yeah, I really think that there's a world where the referees are held to such a level where, you know, after a game, if they made bad calls, they go over, you know, all the calls that they made each night, and they say, how much do I like each one of these calls? And did I miss anything? What was missed? I suggested maybe an entity within the NHL that, you know, reports on referees, and they all have certain percentages. Like the refs should have stat sheets, you know? It's just a thought. You know, it holds them to a level that, you know, this is something that the NHL could get ahead of, because you're going to see stuff like this in baseball. Umpires they're getting cooked. Like, they're going to introduce AI officiating in baseball before, you know, hockey, certainly. It's rough in hockey because, you know, it's not like any other sport in so many ways that players are riding around on knives the entire time. They have a weapon in their hand at all times. Not just baseball. They have got a bat in their hand sometimes, but hockey players have a weapon in their hand at all times. In most cases, and they're playing on a harsh terrain, ice. Lay on ice for 5 minutes and see what happens to your face if it's down there. So it creates problems with the speed of the game, technology that they can use, equipment that they can use. Because in tennis, this is a long way to get to the point that I'm trying to get at. But in tennis, they have, what's it called? Eagle eye? Is it a device in the ball or is it just a tracking system? It tracks, to what I understand, pinpoint accuracy where the ball is at all times. And you can get a readout, computer generated readout where the ball hit on the court and so on and so forth to see if it was in or not or whatever. I'm not super familiar with tennis. But they can't figure that out in hockey. The other night, Jordan Binnington made a save. His glove was in the net. The puck was in his glove. There's really good freeze frame photos of his puck behind the goalpost, or his glove behind the goalpost with the puck in his glove. Obviously in, but it was still called no goal. It just seems like they should be able to get that tracking technology inside the pucks. They can't seem to figure out how to do it. They've tried to do it before, and they're just not confident with the technology. And I think it's probably due the fact that the puck is being slammed. It's a hard object, and it's on a cold surface. And yeah. MLB does have umpire scorecards. Okay, that's what I thought. Matheson threw the game out the window on the second Caps goal. He definitely showed his full butt on that play. He almost couldn't have looked worse. But the play, it should have been froze dead. There was a penalty on the play that was not called. If Carrier doesn't get up after that hit where it's initial contact, at least to the neck, head area, the ref would have blown that play down. They would have checked on Carrier. I still don't know why. I have to imagine it's because Carrier didn't get down. He got up. They should have assessed whether or not that was a major. Matheson plays versus only the top lines of other teams. He's making mistakes like he should against the best players game after game. Very true. However, there are times when he does like things that make you wonder what's going on in his brain, like that time. Still frustrating to see the goal being scored like that. Great thumbnail, Whiskey. You like that? Do y'all think they're going to get back into the series? Yes, definitely. Have you seen the pic of Cole Hutson in the Canadian sweater talking to the Washington coach? I know that's an awkward. Carberry's like, you could tell he's got a look on his face, right? Probably affects the weight of the puck too. From my understanding, no. The puck, the current game puck has sensors on it. And it has, gosh, what does it do? It does a whole bunch of things. This is something I learn and I forget like every 4 weeks. But the game puck is different from the practice puck. And there is some amount of technology in a game puck. So if you ever catch a game puck, they won't take it away from you. But there's a bunch of stuff in it. It's kind of cool. Can I find a picture of that? Let me show you guys. Just a second. I gotta move all my screen around here. Oh, my stomach. poutine for supper. It was not clutch. NHL game puck. You see this? Not really. Not going to show anything, huh? Technology. Puck and player tracking became fully operational in the 2021-22 season, with up to 20 cameras in each arena with infrared emitters on the puck. Yeah, if you look at it, see these right here? It's like, gosh, what else does that? Like the deer in the headlights technology. It flashes if it is exposed to infrared camera technology. NHL Edge is the system. Utilizes infrared cameras and sensors embedded in the puck and players' jerseys to track their movement and speed. This technology provides real-time data on puck location, speed, and trajectory, enhancing game analysis and fan engagement. So that's why you see the NHL Edge speed bursts and NHL, all the players' speeds are tracked. Like Josh Anderson, where do I see that? Frank's NHL stats. What's it called? Frank's Frozen Tools. Okay, here we go. This is a really good website for NHL information. Stats. You can go back and look at years past. You can see who played on a lineup like 5 years ago together. Game log, advanced stats. Shooting percentage. Ooh, it's going up. Skating speed. So NHL Edge here. Check it out. Top speed 24-25 season 23.63 miles per hour. He's hit 22 plus miles per hour 29 times this season. 290 times 20. Oh man. And he's been even better. He was even better last season. Wow. Last season he didn't wasn't his best season. Dang, yeah. So, yeah, all sorts of really interesting information. And that's all captured by NHL Edge technology. All right. That was a fun little distraction. Lots of new comments. True, he does do random mistakes that make no sense. Yeah. Sometimes he's soft too. I really get frustrated when he's soft. But I think that Matheson is a patient and not a calm isn't the word I'm looking for. But he keeps his composure. He's a composed player. And I think the negative effect of that is at times he looks like he's not panicking when there should be a big sense of urgency. And that makes me personally, I can't speak for you guys, but it makes me lose my mind. The Wilson hit is a perfect example of playoff officiating versus regular season officiating. Anderson's hit on Wilson is roughing, but Wilson's hit is clean. Yep. Anderson's hit was a push. Like, what the heck? Just who's winning the cup in your opinion? In my opinion, Well, I'll be on. I'd like to say that Montreal was going to win. I thought that Montreal was going to win, but they're not even supposed to be here, right? We should still be happy with no matter what the outcome is, you know, even though this series has been rigged. But I think an uninjured Dallas team could make it all the way. I think that an uninjured Colorado team, which is, I think, what we're currently seeing, plus 10% because Gabriel Landeskog is back. I think that they could go all the way. And it just happens that they're going up against each other, but Dallas is hurt. So I'm going to say, if I was a betting man, I would say Colorado. At least last in last game, Matheson always being on his ass help. Yeah. Plus early on in the game, he looked incredible. Blocking pucks, sprawling and stick checking. Anyway, I promised some Elder Scrolls Oblivion, so let's get that going. I'm gonna put my chat up in. Oh, what the heck? I can't do that. I'm gonna put my chat up in the other screen. Just let me change scenes, and let me figure out how I do that. That's one way to do it, I suppose. All right, so the game should be starting. I'm going to need you guys to help me balance the game audio. This is the first time I have run this game on stream. I mean, the game just came out, right? Kind of loud? How's that? Does that sound good? Available now, deluxe upgrade. Oh my gosh. Isn't this like a $90 game? What are we doing? We should have better camera looking at the goal line. It's insane that we have a 20,000 FPS camera available for a decent price and still are using super low FPS cameras with low pixel count. Sullivan was fired from coaching the Pens this morning. Yep. The sound is good right now? It's quite loud in my ear. Wait, I'll have to turn it down for this, and I'll have to turn it up for you guys. Apply changes confirmed. Can you hear that? That should be good, right? I'm looking at my levels, and it looks okay. Yeah, what do we think of Sullivan being fired? It seems kind of low now, but the intro music is hard to judge. Yes, that's true. Maybe once we get into the game, it'll be better. It's only $60, actually cheaper than the other games. Plus, it had a bunch of DLC. True. Or $60-something. Okay. Yeah, Sullivan's a great coach. He's got a lot of pedigree, right?
Born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land.
A crocodile. It looks like a demonic Nick Suzuki.
This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433.
Yeah, Tom, do you think Rangers?
Era, and the final hours of my life.
you think that's a destination for Sullivan? You probably like the market. Rangers need kind of their reputation is a little bit in tatters, in rags, you could say. That was good. Yeah, they could use an honorable coach like Sullivan, maybe to balance things out. I got into a discussion earlier with a guy, I think a Rangers fan, and he said he would be a good fit. And I tend to agree. Okay, you guys have to help me make my character here. Just gonna check my stream on my phone. Did I do that? Vancouver. No, Vancouver, they're gonna figure things out with Tocchet, no? Or that's what they want to do. Does Tocchet want to stay there is the question, I think. Am I off? Did I miss something maybe with that? I could be... Oh, jeez, that's loud. I could be completely wrong. Yeah, but I thought Tocchet was good in Vancouver. Press random appearance a few times. All right, let's see who we get next. Oh my gosh, it looks like a... Who am I thinking of? Sting, maybe? He's got a lot of eye makeup on there. Oh my lord. That could be a good base for Ivan Demidov. What kind of player are we gonna? What kind of class are we gonna make here? We could do a lizard person. Role play as a Washington Capitals fan. Sorry, that's a joke. Press random. What do we got? An orc. Going for Imperial? I don't know. What race should we choose? Oh yeah, we got the cat people. The Nords of Skyrim. Dark elves. Yeah, but could we make a dark elf look like... Oh, maybe this is the Brendan Gallagher build. I see a little bit of Brendan Gallagher here. Does anybody else? I kind of want to do a barbarian, and we'll try to make Xhekaj. Elder Scroll comment. Thank you, Mike. Can he be a god? Too much hair for Galley. There's nothing worse than when Galley gets into like a scrap, little scuffle, and they knock his helmet off, and it unveils his bald spot, and you can just tell he's self-conscious of it because he's trying to, he's smoothing back the hair. Oh man. Okay, we're talking dark elves here. What's their power? Skill and bows Balanced integration of the sword, the bow, destruction magic. They're resilient to fire and can summon an ancestral ghost for aid. Does the origin do something? Skilled with both the sword and bow, resistance to fire, aided by ancestral ghost, improved personality. Fire resistant. Fire resistance, good. They have one with a bald spot right back here. That is the question. That doesn't seem like dark. It doesn't seem to be getting any darker. Am I wrong? A Nord would be good for Xhekaj. That's what I was thinking. This is a Nord. But there's so Xhekaj, it doesn't have like light features, right? It's got darker features. So maybe a Breton would be good for Xhekaj. Well, who do we want to do? Who do we want to do? I think if Lane Hutson was a character in the Elder Scrolls game, he would be a wizard, for example. I think that Caufield would be an archer because of his accuracy. I think Suzuki would be like a warrior or a knight. I think Anderson would be a knight or a barbarian. Same with Xhekaj. The lighting makes it look way lighter. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh man, some of these faces. No good. They gotta work on this stuff. Modders have a lot to work on in this game. Oh my gosh, I saw an absolute tragedy in one of these. Oh my god, that was Frankie McDonald. Jeez. Like this is, oh my god. This won't get me canceled. I'm being very clinical here. This is fetal alcohol syndrome. Right? I'm not making fun. I'm just saying that these are the telltale signs. I swear I just saw Pez. Yeah. I totally know what you're talking about. Now you know what I told you to press. Now I know why you told me to press random. Yeah, this is great. This is theater right here. Let's just try to make Xhekaj. Young guy, skin tone. Oh, you can make the skin tone. Okay. It's type 1, type 2. Different types of diabetes. Oh. Oh. Okay. That reset everything. That's okay. Head. This is where you can really mess the game up because you don't know what you're changing necessarily. And if you look at the profile, you could have like a case of gigantism or whatever. Concave, round. First of all, let's get the hair going. What kind of hair does Xhekaj have? He's got the buzz sides. There's probably not. Oh, no. Definitely, his hair does not go back. He has way better hairline than that. There's honestly not really a haircut, which makes me feel like we probably shouldn't do a Xhekaj. Man, some of these are janked right up. Like, what? They should have spent a little bit more time. What's this? They should have spent a little bit more time. This is like the roadkill on the top of your head. Yeah, they should have spent more time making different hairstyles here. That could be like a Caden Gooley, right? Or does he part it like almost right down the middle? There's a Caden Gooley. Jerry, are you saying 100% to the FAS comment? Slider at the bottom and make shorter or longer. No. For the beard? Or the hair? Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, now we're talking. It almost looks like Carrier. Or like Martin Biron mixed with Carrier. We might have to just go with that. So what did you think of the game last night? Looks like Suzuki's going to get the goal on Wednesday's game. Man, a Demidov goal would be magnificent. Yeah, let's try making the hair longer. Oh, that's not. I love these games, man. You're adding lungs to the hair, bro. It's like Furio from The Sopranos. I gotta change the eyes, man. The eyes are freaking me out. Just straight up just eyeball? Oh, dude. Creepy. Whoa. I went into the gas station the other day, and this big dude comes in. He's like 6'5", and he's got his what's the part of your eyeball that's white? Not your pupil, but the other part, the white part. Anyway, he's got it dyed. He's got his eyeballs dyed. And the people behind me in line are like, younger guy. It's like, whoa, man. Is that, what does he say? He says, is that contacts? The guy's like, no, it's tattoos. Got your tattoos? You got tattoos in your eyes? That hurt? No, actually, it didn't hurt. It just felt like they were ripping my eyeballs out. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. No, I haven't played that. I played the original Final Fantasy VII when I was a kid. A younger galley? You think this looks like a younger galley? We could do a younger galley. What kind of hair did he have when he was younger? He had nice hair, right? I find it looks like a mix between young galley and Carrier. Let's just do this. I thought this was going to be better to mine humor from, but yeah, Final Fantasy VII was phenomenal. I don't know if it holds up now. The writing was pretty juvenile, but it was edgy. Like, it was juvenile and edgy. So as a teenager in the 90s, you were like, dang, Sephiroth's such a badass. I hope that Cloud kicks his butt, though, because he's evil for what he did. What? They're like brothers? Well, the new one is worth the nostalgia trip for sure. Amazing game. If I ever have time to do that, I'll definitely check it out. Wait. Brendan Carrier. There we go. Master of Cold. Great fortitude. Highly talented warrior. Oh, that talks about Galley. Augmented willpower. That's a trait that Galley has as well. All right, so we're off to the races here. We're inside of a dungeon.
You're a big one. A Nord, I'd guess, right? So strong. But you can't bend steel, can you, boy? You can't do anything to get out of here. And those big muscles, they're going to waste away. When the end comes, you won't even have the strength to cry for your mother. That's right. You're going to die in here. You hear me, Nord? You're going to die in here. Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
They kept the exact same voice acting, didn't they?
Know that, sire. The messenger only said they were attacked.
No, they're dead.
This is Elder Scrolls Oblivion. It's a remake that just came out recently, and I'm playing it on the PC.
Never mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you.
But it's also available on Xbox and PlayStation.
Let's go. We're not out of this
Hey.
yet.
You. I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this
Keep me out of your dreams, old man.
Gods give me strength.
What's going on?
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
I love that you meet yourself. Like, what's going on? Let's be realistic here. So you're inside of a jail cell where I guess you were just put in here because you haven't met your cellmate like across the alleyway yet, or the corridor yet, because he introduces himself there kind of and says, you're going to die in here. And then the very next thing that happens is you meet the king and you leave the cell immediately. So what kind of imprisonment is it's a series of events that transpire very quickly. You're put into the cell, you meet the person across the hall in the cell, and then the king comes in immediately. It's a little rich, huh? What do they expect us to swallow this? Seriously? Am I right? It's a little much. Who are you? Imperial, you're... Yeah, that's another thing. He doesn't know who the Emperor is. How did the player character get into this situation?
And you too shall serve her in your own way.
It's like, bro, who are you? Wearing this huge medallion on your chest, a fur-lined coat of some sort. He's just missing a crown. This lady over here is completely frozen. She's not blinking. She's not moving. Why am I in jail?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
No one knows how you got into the cell. Not even the king. Emperor, excuse me. Morrowind and Skyrim start the same way as a prisoner. That's right. You start Morrowind, you are on a boat. Skyrim, you're in the back of a friggin' turnip cart. Morrowind, you wake up and there's like you're registering as a I can't remember. What should I do? I go my own way.
You will find your own path. Take care. There will be blood and death before the end.
This is Jean-Luc Picard.
Please, sire, we must keep moving.
That's Patrick Stewart, isn't it? It sounds like Patrick Stewart.
Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
Better not close this one.
Anything. I'm watching.
Looks like this is your lucky day.
There's no way to open it
Stay
from
out
the
of
other
our way.
side. I like that you hear like all this like technology, all these that like a rusty iron gate opening up, but anyway. Now I'm really getting into criticizing the game critically here.
Stand
Close
aside,
up left.
prisoner.
Protect the Emperor.
Protect yourself.
Okay.
The captain's down.
Oh,
Take them down. For the blades. Die, and the Emperor.
I'll take this. Thank you very much. Where's my inventory? I don't need these clothes restricting me. This is how... What did I name the character again? Brendan Carrier? This is how Brendan Carrier does things. With a katana
Are you all right, sire? We're clear for now.
in his boxers.
She's dead. Sorry, sire, but we have to keep moving. Stand aside, prisoner.
I can't take her armor? Suppose it wouldn't fit me.
Waiting for us here.
Don't know, but it's too
Looks
late
so
to go back
peaceful.
now. Don't worry, sire. We will get you out of here.
They won't be the
This can
first to
only lead to your
underestimate the
death.
blades.
My guardians are sworn to
I'll
protect
take
me.
point. Let's move.
You stay
Whoops.
here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
It is his voice, isn't it? Oh, they're going. Ready your weapon, press F. What the heck? Oh my god. There's rats in here. Man, who is... Ooh, potion of healing. Whoever is supposed to be taking care of this castle needs to do a little bit of a better job. They have rats. Brad Marchand has attacked me. Oh. The Florida Panthers are popping out of the woodwork over here. Torches, are they important? Oh! How did I not see that thing? Oh, dagger. We're rich in torches. After I escape this dungeon, I'll become a torch salesman. Tutorial. If you have a lockpick, you can try to pick most locks. To move the lockpick from slot to slot, press A and D. Press W to move your mouse up to move the pick inward into a tumbler. When the tumbler reaches the blah, blah, blah. I figured this out. Actually, I don't. I forget how to do this. Okay. I was, yeah, thinking way too much into that. Goblin Shaman. Who would have thought this castle would be housing the 2025 Florida Panthers? You have opened the door with an iron key. Iron butterfly. Now practice casting spells. Open your whatever and use a clairvoyance spell? Okay, it's telling me where to go. Cast clairvoyance. Heal minor wounds. How do I cast my other spell? Oh, there we go. Who wants some fried rat? Man, you get a bunch of stuff just like wandering around in these sewers. Okay, now we're talking. That's pretty kinky, but I don't think I'll do that. So what does Montreal have? Oh, rat meat. I do believe I want that. What does Montreal have to do to win against the Washington Capitals next game? I think first and foremost. Oh, how about you guys just fight for a second? First and foremost, they need to play a physical game. And not let up. Also, don't let your brains get scrambled along the boards. That would be a decent idea. Oh, I can sneak. Right. In terms of offense, they need to be making the power play work, which seems to be almost like a sure thing that they're going to have at least some success with the power play going forward, right? They've got set up really well in the zone last time. And Demidov is showing that he can be a dynamic piece for that power play. There's a lot more mystery on the power play now than when Laine was on it. Not to speak ill against Laine, who's currently injured. But the old one-timer that they would try 2 to 3 times during the power play there near the end and not have any success with it. It was not working. It's busted. The cheat code's busted. And I don't know if that's because teams are expecting it or they're not executing it properly. Line A is, I think it's probably a little bit of column A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'll take some floor cheese. Don't mind if I do. It just was not working anymore. Very predictable. Line A, I feel, lost some of his mojo. So it is what it is. Now we got Demidov working up there. If I had to guess, I bet if Line A came back, I bet that, you know, St. Louis keeps Demidov up. I don't exactly know what's going on with Line A. He appeared in video with what appears to be an injured hand. But is the injury not a lower body injury? Right? I thought that's what was going on. So, we'll have to see if he does return. I'm guessing next game we will not see Line A, but you never know. Oh, it was upper? Oh, dang, okay. So maybe it is just his hand. And then Carrier. Was there anything on him today? Which made me think or wonder mental, yeah. You know, not to take that lightly, but there's definitely times that Line A, you can shortcut items and spells. In your journal, select an item or spell and press R to select a slot, and then use your mouse to equip your choice. Yeah, there's definitely times that Line A shows his frustration. No? Okay. Nothing on Carrier yet. And it definitely makes you wonder if, what kind of, is he a loose cannon in the locker room or anywhere else? You know, you want to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. He's had problems in on other teams. And you hope that it doesn't happen here, but they could. More consistent refs would, you know, you can't bet on that. So a few Nords on the team with long swords. Yeah, I'm hoping that Xhekaj is available next game. I don't see why he would be removed. I'm pretty sure that Carrier will play next game unless his ankle is like wrapped and messed up. And then we might see Struble. And Xhekaj becomes a very easy option at that point because you have to run him. The goblin up ahead has not seen you yet. Yeah, I'm going to sneak up on him. I'm going to smash him. Not before I take these mushrooms, though. Oh, I smashed him. Xhekaj was fine. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They got a bunch of fines. Not just it was Xhekaj and Anderson and who else? Illerith or whatever the heck his name is, and Wilson. Oh crap! If next game the Habs show that they're frustrated and that if they start going after a specific player like Wilson, that might not be good. He tripped this trap, but did he get hurt there? I don't think so. Yeah, one of the key things is not to get frustrated and try to instead frustrate their opponents. Try to get Wilson to take some dumb penalties, right? Bro. Can I sell all this stuff after? Obviously, right? Ooh, apple. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, no. Where's my bow? Yo, 8? Why did I put it 8? Do I have to have arrows equipped with it? What is going on here? Oh, there we go. Take this. That doesn't do a whole heck of a lot of damage, does it? Moral antics are worthy of thousands of fines, but cross-checks to the face are nothing at all. You know what it is the NHL, it's not run like the typical business. They're not trying to create a better product or a product that entertains people. They're trying to make it as boring and as monotonous as possible. So they don't like when stuff like that happens. They don't like when storylines crop up. Drop. How do I drop this? Left control. That's not how you drop it. There we go. Am I still over encumbered? I'm not. Oh, what's going on here? Is this where I fight the wizard dude? Oh. Tough fight. Get out my trusty bow and arrow. Nice. No sweat. Yeah, I love how, you know, they take a couple of shots at each other across the red line during warm-ups, and that's a fine. But when Ovi takes a run at Evans headhunting and connects on a non-hockey play where Evans didn't even have the puck anymore, it's an interference call. No further discipline. Oh, there's a bunch of skeevers down there. I probably could have released them and they would have attacked my enemies, huh? It's been a long time since I played this game. What did I drop? Let's drop some of these bad boys, huh? Oh, I think that Warhammer is actually worth quite a bit. Oh, well. Fine money. I'm not all about min-maxing right now. You son of a gun. Pretty sure the league would want Washington to win. Yeah. You should play Bloodborne. Is that... Can you play that through Xbox Game Pass? In 2021, Shifley got a 4-game sussy for something similar, albeit worse. Yeah, all the difference was he sustained a very serious concussion. Somebody said it right, and I commented it, or I reiterated it in my video yesterday. But if Carrier and Evans stay on the ice after those hits, it's a totally different game, right? If they just don't get up, like Carrier, it was in his best interest not to get up. Well, I presume he sustained a concussion and he wasn't fit to play at that point. The play should have been blown dead. There should have been a penalty. But instead, there was a goal scored on that play, a pivotal goal.
What makes you think help will get here before more of those bastards? Here they come again. We need to get the Emperor out of here.
What's up, homies? Take that.
Are you supposed to be the Emperor? Damn it! It's that prisoner again. Kill him. He
Don't kill me.
with the assassins.
What I just helped you, bro.
No, he is not one of them. He can help us. He must help us. They
As you
cannot
wish, sire.
understand
What happens if I kill
why
him here?
trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain?
It's a PS
You know
exclusive.
the nine.
Oh, Bloodborne,
How
yeah,
they
but it
guide
is
our
one of the
fates
greatest
with
games
an
of all time. You know
invisible hand.
what the greatest game of all time is? That's simple. The Witcher 3. Pretty sure the league would want Washington to win. So, I don't subscribe to the referees in the league colluding, but it's extremely apparent that the Canadian teams are the have-not teams. They're trying to grow the sport in the United States, and it makes sense for the league. It makes sense for the league to get stronger and better, that hockey continues to penetrate the United States market. But they get... Wait, I could be wrong on this. But they get Do they get more Heritage Classic games? Do they get more outdoor games? Have they recently been getting a lot more of the events? The league hates Montreal because they scare them. Their potential for going for the cup final is something the league does not want. It certainly feels that way. It's not fun when you have a team that wins all the time and is the clear cut, greatest hockey organization in the league, right? You want the competition to feel like they have the ability to win. There's a lot of have-not teams in this league that we don't talk about very often, that their markets are considered to be like suffering in such a way. And Montreal is, if we have 50 bad years, there's still going to be a huge fan base in Montreal. So does it benefit the league for teams in the United States to do better? Yes. Does that mean that they're colluding to have those teams do better? I can't. I don't want to say anything. I plead the fifth. The greatest game of all time is Enter the Gungeon. Okay. I think if guys like Newhook could finish, we wouldn't be complaining about the refs. The Habs are just too young. If guys like Newhook could finish, if Newhook had great hands and a great shot and the speed that he has and the ability to break in that he has, well, that wouldn't be Newhook. That would be Connor McDavid. Didn't want to imply anything, just that I'm sure the league would prefer it. Absolutely. Yeah, no, I know you're 100% right. 100% right. And I'm keeping this poor Emperor guy waiting. He's getting bored. He's like, oh, I slept weird last night. I was having dreams all night about Brendan Carrier. I don't know. I don't think about it. I'm not on good terms with the gods. The Nine guide and protect us.
I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder, which sign marked your birth?
All right, so warrior, mage, thief, shadow, apprentice, steed, ritual. Which one's the best of all these? The serpent. Those born under the sign of the serpent can poison others. No. Lover's kiss. Greater power. Milady. These born under the sign of the lady benefit from increased willpower and endurance. Shield increases armor rating. Is this magic? Opens locks of average difficulty, can be used once per day. That's kind of cool. Moon shadow. Moon shadow. Moon shadow. If the Ovechkin hit last night would have been a match, yeah, it would have changed everything. It would have been exciting. It would have punished a really scummy move. They should have reviewed that. They should have assessed it for a major. Once it's assessed for a major and they determine it is a major penalty, then they could determine whether or not to eject the player from the game. It's not the first time Ovechkin has hit all willy-nilly. I thought it was funny the game before this when he runs into Carrier and he falls to the ground and he's like, "How's that not a penalty?" I lost a lot of respect for Ovechkin, and I didn't think that I could lose more respect for him. It's incredibly frustrating watching similar plays be called so differently across different series and games. Absolutely. Warrior Mage Thief. 45 Endurance? No. 45 Magic? No. Nah. No, I don't want to do one of those. The Apprentice. Why is The Apprentice the only one with background color here? Those born under the sign of The Apprentice have increased amounts of magicka, but are susceptible to magic attacks. Under the side, move faster. Oh, baby. Oh, it's because I was selected. Oh, dummy. I was born under the steed.
The signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
Oh, yes, that's right. Ovechkin did hit Drouin.
Your stars are not mine. Today, the steed shall speed your progress on the road to destiny.
Well said, Cody. Can you see my fate? Aren't you afraid to die? Yeah, let's ask this. That's a funny thing to ask somebody. Are you afraid to die? Next time you're at the checkout line at the grocery store, that's a ballsy question to ask the cashier. You afraid to die?
No trophy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this, I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall.
Can you see my fate?
My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face, I behold the sun's companion, the dawn of Akatosh's bright glory.
No problem, Cody. Everybody's
with such hope,
chatting. How many people we got in here?
Satisfied.
24? You know, if people want to chat, they could chat. If people want to lurk, just lurk around. You know? I'm just playing some games. I want to hang out with you guys. You guys want to talk about the Habs? We can talk about the Habs. If we want to talk about video games, we talk about video games. This is my decompression time.
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close.
Oh, bro, I don't want to
We're
talk
the
to you.
Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this. Although I admit, things are not going according to plan. My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it.
My favorite game?
Stick close and let us do our job.
It might be The Witcher. I don't know. I'm thinking of single player games, but maybe my favorite game of all time is Battlefield. Battlefield 3 specifically.
Protect the Emperor! For the Emperor!
Well, if the Emperor wants to be protected,
You don't want to do that again.
God's blood.
get away from me because I'm going to be swinging at everything. I've been to other streams where we talk to each other in the chat like food and stuff. Food and stuff? Yeah, we could talk about food and stuff. I like roguelites. I love The Binding of Isaac.
Mara's mercy on you.
But there's...
You fall down and bleed
Oh,
to death.
sorry, bro. Did not mean to do that.
And the
I didn't mean to stab you in the back twice. I'm trying to pay attention to 3 things at once. Apologies. Yeah, there's a huge part of me that likes competitive online shooters. I was kind of hoping to play Call of Duty tonight, to be honest with you. But then I was like, man, we could probably farm a lot of humor making a RPG version of Lane Hutson.
I don't like this. Let me take a look.
So I kind of like that idea. Whereas, Call of Duty, I kind of have to be focused.
Looks clear. Come on.
So I didn't love that.
To the sewers.
You find Enter the Gungeon is a better Binding of Isaac? I played Enter the Gungeon when it first came out. From my understanding, they balanced it to be a lot easier. I liked it at the time, but it wasn't my favorite. A wood elf. You're right. Okay, I know that there's something behind here.
They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor.
This is where the guy's gonna croak.
Oblivion for the Emperor!
My sword for the dragon!
Come with us. Your destiny is bound up with mine, and with the fate of Tamriel itself. I can go no further. You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son.
Florida just got a goal recalled.
And close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Guy I just met.
This is the part where you fall down. The Amulet of Kings will be mine.
Why is this guy so strong? I don't remember this. What do you got?
No.
Anything good?
Talos, save us. We failed. I failed.
I have a lot of gaming credit. I have beaten Sekiro.
Now he and all his heirs.
Binding of Isaac is harder.
The amulet.
So yeah, Hades.
It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
It didn't stick to me. I bounced right off of it. I thought there was too much. I thought that the storytelling was kind of lame, and I didn't think that the gameplay was all that. But people who like it say that both of those things are its strongest points, I think. So I guess I'm just I really thought that it would be something I like. It's an acclaimed game. Like, it's an award-winning game, right? I'm surprised that I didn't like it. I got to find out about this Florida
He
goal.
saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septum. They see more than lesser men.
2-1 for Lightning. Oh, why would they recall that goal? I got to see what that is, guys.
Think of the Red Dragon crown.
Okay, yeah. The Red Dragon. I must take it to Joffrey. Yeah, Joffrey's some monk at a...
Nothing I ever heard about. It's a secret here.
Okay, Boris.
There are rats and goblins.
Where are we again? We're Alexander Gallagher? No, we're Brendan Carrier. Brendan Carrier would be... Brendan Carrier would be a warrior.
Really? I would never have guessed. Still, I don't think you'll have any trouble with rats and goblins.
Yo, all right.
Good.
See you later.
I'll stay. Bye.
What happened to my sword, dude? All my... What? My inventory's gone? All right, let's check out this this goal. What was so wrong with it? Does anybody have a horse in the race between Tampa and Florida? I will tell you right away. Oh, I'm not down. I'm not. Do you need an account? You really need an account? That's bogus, dude. What? It's him. $2023. What? Oh, is it? Okay. What's going on here? Why isn't it showing? You really have to log in to see. That's annoying. Florida may want to take tonight's game because you know that Vasilevsky has a guaranteed win in him out of 3. Yeah, no kidding. Hades is a great roguelike, but yeah, the dialogue and characters are super woke. I have to see this. I have to see this goal that was recalled. This is apparently a big deal. There's an offside.
This looks offside. Here's the puck. Oh, it's going to look offside here for sure. Oh, yeah, it's offside for sure. Look.
Oh.
This looks offside. Here's the puck. Oh, it's going to look.
Oh, yeah. Wait, he's got his leg back here. Where's the puck again?
Offside.
Right there. Still got his leg. He's good.
Here for sure.
Now this, yeah, no.
Sure. Oh, yeah, it's offside
no good.
for sure.
It's no good. That's the only call they could have made there without looking like complete boneheads, which it doesn't stop them most of the time, but I wasn't even showing you guys. Key ripes. Let me show you. Sorry. I wish sometimes, well, you can get like you can get the voice notifications in chat, right? All right, here is the Florida goal that they called offside.
It's going to look offside here for sure.
All right, so the puck is right here.
Offside.
He passes it. These are the offenders right here. That looks like Marchand. Brad Marchand. Brad Marchand.
It's going to look offside here for sure.
So the puck is still on the blue line. He is no longer touching the blue line. He's not even trying at all. No goal. No goal. That is offside. Oops. Gotta put the game back on. How do I do that? There we go. The series I've liked is the Wild versus Vegas. How did that series end up not being the least entertaining series ever? I am so surprised by the Vegas and Wild series. Like, I thought that was going to be hot garbage. I am not a fan of Vegas. I do like the Wild. Just Kaprizov is an entertaining player. Marc-Andre Fleury is entertaining. He's been in the league for a long time. I liked him when he was younger. When I was younger. So. Who else do I like? They got a lot of great players. Man, this game's kind of easy, huh? The gate is sealed. I can remember there being something here. Oh my gosh. 3 wheels of cheese? Restores fatigue. Is there something down here maybe? Can't remember. No? Rat meat. Here's Squeaker. Take that. Is that the way out? I think so. So this, am I going to get wowed here? Gate is sealed. Is this going to blow my mind? Finish exit sewers. I like how the rats are always like 2 feet in basically all video. Yeah. 5 feet. 5 feet long ratties. It's because the NHL isn't on the ref side this time out. Yeah. I really like the spell casting while holding a weapon in this game so much better than Skyrim. Who's winning game 5? It's gotta be. The Canadiens have gotta... I don't even think they need to dig deep. As long as the refs are not like committing war crime level calls, the Canadiens should win. Every game so far in this series was determined. Every game so far in the series that Washington has won, it was determined by bad officiating or a lucky goal. I feel like any one of these games could have been the Canadiens. Oh man, yeah, this does not look like Oblivion. So there's that beginning dungeon over there. I don't know if I want to do that. Red arrow on your compass shows the direction. Yeah. We could do the main storyline. I don't know how much longer I wanna do this, honestly. I'm kind of getting out of the mood of this game. Would you guys be terribly hurt if we instead pivoted to, I don't know, checking out the games? Florida game, did the other game start? What is it? No, the other game between the Habs and the Stars. How's the Canadian election going? Have they started tabulating anything? I should probably stay kind of abreast of that. It's not like it affects my job or anything, but okay. NHL games. 2-1 for Florida. Or for Lightning, excuse me. What's the Habs Reddit saying? Our fans deserve another playoff game at home. I think we deserve another one too. These guys are working. We're all in the same boat. That includes the fans. Well said. I'm not logged in. He's a man of the people. Yeah, he's made some boneheaded decisions. He's an honorable coach. He will keep a guy in as long as he knows they are trying their best and stuff like that, even if there's a bench player that might do better, or if there's a guy that hasn't got his shot for a while down in Laval. But he's a man of the people. He knows what's going on. He has his finger on the pulse. The Liberals are winning. Canada federal election results. So they've already started tabulating, huh? Get live results from Canadian federal election. 19 elected. What ridings? So they started coming in Newfoundland, Labrador. That's a lot of blue. Well, people in the country. Beaujeu. Yep. So she's already locked it in. Kind of figured. Jocelyn Dion. So if it's bright red, then it's projected as a win. Acadie batters. Ain't no shore like the North Shore, that's for sure. Ty Boulay. Oh my gosh. I think I know who that is. You got some votes. James Brown. He's back. And he's running for the Conservatives in northern New Brunswick. I feel good. Liberals are winning so far. The Newfies, though, they want to go blue. That's Hockey Junkie over there. He's voting Conservative. You can tell him that I told you guys that. I'm just messing with you. Don't tell him that. That's incorrect. That's slander. Elliot saying that they are going to terrorize the Atlantic Division for years to come. Exactly. Yeah. Look at this. 19, 21, 21, 24, 25. It's bonkers to think that Lane Hutson and Uri Slavkovsky are the same age. Now, the maturity level, who's more mature, do you think? Lane or Uri? I'm going Lane 100% of the way. But Uri is so, like, I don't know. I'd rather hang out with Uri. He seems like more of a fun guy, you know? Lane Hutson, you'd be like, hey, what do you want to do? I'd like to watch some hockey games. Maybe we could watch some hockey games from 2017. What? No, like, you want to, like, go get some drinks at the bar? Or... No, let's watch some hockey games. I feel like that's what Hutson would do. It was tough getting out there and voting. Yeah, there's like no incentive to vote right now. I would trade a lot of things for Five Guys burgers. Yeah, no kidding. I agree. Yep. Oh man, we're cooked. So yeah, Demidov, just 19 years old, already looking like he has incredible hockey IQ and skills. And he just needs to learn the pace of the game, I think. I don't know if we talk about how much we threw him in hot water. You know? All right, Ivan, welcome to Canada. Can you speak English yet? Maybe. My English, not so good. Okay, well, you get 2 easy games in the regular season that we have to win. I forgot. The last games of the season were like do or die games. So he gets to Canada and they're like, Look, boy, we're glad you're here. You need to get on the ice and score some goals, sir. And then they're like, okay, well, we got 5 days off, and then we play in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Are you ready, Ivan? Like, aye, sir. And he's in there and he's doing it, and he's looking better than some players. Michael Hage, yes. I'm glad that he took another year. He's going to learn so much in such a great developmental league. And who said it? We don't need more dumb hockey players. We don't need more dumb hockey players. This is a quote. Forget who said that. Oh, it's a common thing to say. I thought somebody specifically said it, or somebody is coined as having said it. But there's so many high school dropouts that play hockey, right? And it sends waves throughout the league. So I'm glad that he's playing, going to school, learning lots, probably learning a lot of discipline. The guy to watch is Logan Mailloux. If he has to play another season in AHL next season, he will be pissed. He deserves a true shot, and a true shot to learn the system in Montreal. I know that he has bad touches, or they've observed him to have bad touches in the big show, but he needs to acclimate. Everybody writing him off and saying he would make a good chip in a big trade for a 2C. I understand the impulse there. I don't think we need to give him up for that. I think we need to invest in those players, because you're going to give up a prospect like Mailloux, who has shown excellent offensive capabilities in his role as a defenseman. Logan. He looks a little bit funny, but no more funny than I. 33 points. You don't get a lot here, do you? Doesn't stay in the lead prospect. Right. Okay. Laval Rocket. Jeez, he had 4 points this season with us. 74 penalty minutes. Gosh, you don't get the time on ice? This is a paid feature. This is ridiculous that you have to pay for things like that. Gosh, aren't you guys happy enough with just the amount of money you make off of ads? Don't bring it for yourselves, buddy. I mean, 6'3", 212 pounds. We need that. Just that. That's important. I would love to see hits and all that stuff. What about right on the Laval Rocket site? He can fight. Really? He's fought? Does he have fights on NHL fight? Hockey fights? Here we go. This is fun to watch. Latest fights. Yeah, he's got some fights. spot in November. Minute. Fast forward here. Okay.
It's off here, and with 2:28 to go in the third period, Logan Mailloux and Stephen Halliday are two very important players on both sides.
Good cautious fight there. He got 2 punches in. The other guy was hammer punching him over the head. Not very effective. Oh, he actually fought in February. Sorry. I thought that was his latest one. Dorian Donovan. Oh, he took one there.
And Dono got the first good shot in. Off the bucket off of Mailloux. Tries to swing like a drunk guy in a bar fight, just wide. And Dono a little bit shorter and sharper with those punches. And really nice effort from Dorian Donovan there against Logan Mailloux.
You know, he took that big punch and didn't seem to do very much. That's interesting. Ball. Here we go. Okay. 33 points, plus 5, 74 penalty minutes. Short-handed goals, game-winning goals. Dang. That's shootout goals? 1 shootout goal. Shootout attempts 3. Shootout percentage 33. Short shots 129. Shot percentage 9.3. That's pretty good shot percentage for a defenseman. Would have liked to see time on ice and more defensive stats, but it is what it is. Do you think Xhekaj will be a Hab in a few years? He's still... Wait, how old is Xhekaj? I think about this every once in a while. It's a valid question. Does he mean Florian? Because I wonder, I wonder if Xhekaj remains on the team after his contract. He's on a prove-it contract currently. And he's, let's face it, he's a bottom pairing guy. Does the team outgrow him with Reinbacher in the wings, with Mailloux, with Engstrom? Yeah, he's 24 years old. He's got a lot of runway left. What kind of defenseman is Xhekaj going to be at 27 years old? Do you think that this guy is going to stop training hard? Do you think he's going to get worse or regress? He, just this season, had to reinvent himself. He's playing a different brand of defense than he ever has. He's become a less flashy, more stay-at-home, more of a principled defense player, foundational defense player. He's only going to get better. So I cautiously think that he will grow to become a player that he'll move up and individuals will come in underneath him and he will be a mentor to those individuals. And eventually he will become a very reliable middle pairing defenseman on the team. Florian seems like he could be a Pezzetta Galley replacement in a couple of years. By the way, I mean somewhere in between those two current players. I can't wait for Galley contract to come off the books. I think we would have drafted Brady if we didn't have Gallagher. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I have no regrets having Gallagher on the team, especially like now. Like I always wonder how he's perceived in the locker room. He comes off as somebody that like who talks a big game, but also has been in the league for a long time. And there's a reason why he's been in the league for a long time. His work ethic and his heart is so in the game. Like he's such a warrior. They say it all the time. And I think that although he might come off as overbearing for young players entering the league, I think he's the perfect teammate. So what you are Habs fans going to do with the rest of your summer after Wednesday night after the Caps end your season? Well, first of all, I think that the Canadiens will dominate the Habs again on Wednesday. It just depends on how the refs officiate the game. Obviously, the refereeing has been hot garbage. So the game management has been atrocious, and Montreal has consistently this series played better than the Capitals. The Capitals just take advantage of the poor momentum that the officials create, plus some lucky goals mixed in there. I would assume that PK and Gallagher didn't like each other in the locker room. They kind of both had the same personality, except PK was way more in your face, right? Gallagher is more of a well, they say it sometimes in an interview. He talks about like his time in juniors and the playing for, who did he play for? There's something I do want to check though on his Hamilton. No, he talks about his time in the WHL, right? Didn't he win like a bunch of awards? Say that. All-star team. I thought he won awards when he was in the WHL. Apparently he talks about that all the time in the locker room. Refs have always been subpar in the playoffs. Yes, but typically they are bad like all over, not just bad for one team. Look, what this first... He's listed at 5'9", 184 pounds, but if Gallagher is built like a VW Beetle, he plays like a Humvee. Who wrote that? Did the AI generator pop that one off? He almost won the Calder. Was he a Calder candidate? Calder candidate. Oh, yeah. Second in voting. So he is a success story. And I love having him on the team during this rebuild. By the way, oh my gosh, did you guys watch the first series of the rebuild? because they're coming out with a second series, and it's going to be on this season. And if they put that out during the summer, man, you better believe I'm going to be like doing videos recapping every episode of that documentary series. It's going to be spicy. Think of all the things that happened this season. This is this is like a historic season for the Montreal Canadiens. They're so far ahead in the rebuild. You know, Gordon said the other day, we did not expect to be this far ahead. You know what that reads to me? You know what that reads like to me? That they might package some prospects over the summer. There's a couple of prospects I just don't know about. And I hate to say it because one of them is Owen Beck. Got his card right here. I wanted to do some draws for some hockey cards here, but thought we'd have more people chatting and stuff. What's wrong with you guys? Jeez. I think that I don't know what the future for Owen Beck looks like.
Just look at it. Just look at it.
I don't know.
Just look at it.
Let's look at
What the
prospect.
heck is that?
Yeah, he became exactly in the system, Montreal. Sean Farrell came out of nowhere at the end of the season, didn't he? But he's another one. I don't know if Farrell gets the shot again. Beck didn't impress at all this season. I don't think he'd be ready to replace Devo next year. He did have some impressive stuff. He shows a lot of strength on his touches. He has good touches. But he becomes invisible a lot, and I don't know if it's his choice of positioning when he gets into the offensive zone. And he's not super great defensively. At least the games that I observed with the Canadiens, I'll admit I don't watch very much Laval. Yeah, I was going to do a giveaway if we could hit 5 super chats. I got a bunch of cards. Florida did win? What? Oh, I already got this up. Oh. Florida did win. Stars are up 1-0? 2 minutes into the game? Who scored? This is freaking useless. Let's see if I can find the goal. Oh yeah. It was like off the opening face-off. Check this out. Can you guys hear this, by the way? I don't know if I want audio on.
We've already seen another example of it tonight between the Panthers and the Lightning. There is nothing better than playoff hockey. And we are underway again. Score! Just to begin 9 seconds.
Johnston. Wyatt Johnston. Yep. My friend's dad lives next to Montembeau in Florida. Beck needs some experience in the Quebec League for a while before he's ready. How old is he? The heck is this crap? Owen Beck. ...2004, so he is 21. He's got time. Not much. I was looking at our past drafts before bracket lot of misses. Yeah, it's not... That's Swerve. That's never a fun exercise. If I can, you can look at 32 different teams and their draft history, and every team you're like, ooh, what? And then look at Seattle and be like, every single year drafting, with not to disrespect Veneers, but. If I can recall, Evans came in his second season and just stuck around being super reliable defensively, and he's supposed to be the better Evans. I don't think he's been there yet. No. To be honest, I'd rather Florida beat Tampa. I hate Cooch since his disrespect. I also hate Kucherov. I hear it. Wyatt Earp. Let's go. I have a Johnston in my fantasy pool. Yeah, Johnston. He's a gamer. I hope these two teams beat the... Yeah, I know. Isn't it great that both Florida teams face off around one? You're guaranteed one of them loses. It's wonderful. Hey, can you do me a big favor on Thursday morning when we finish you guys off? Will you please make another video complaining about the game and the refs? Please play the violin while you talk. Dude, you're not beating us. Every game so far, you've looked like garbage. You're supposed to be number one in the East. Man, I am surprised you made it to the playoffs. You're lucky you're hanging on by the skin of the referee's foreskin. Keep in mind the Habs will still do have Kirby Dach. That's right, they have Kirby Dach. What happens with Kirby Dach, I wonder? That's a tough one. Josh! Hey, man. Welcome. Who wants to bet that the refs will be on Vegas' side tomorrow? Yeah, probably so. The league loves Vegas. We were talking about the conspiracy. We were talking about the conspiracy theories in the NHL. Vegas is definitely the golden child. But Vegas also has a lot of great players. Say what you will about Eichel. Personally, I really dislike Eichel, and I think he's a hot or not player, but I don't know. Thank you, Michael. It's always fun letting other team bases have it. Maybe Kirby Dach buys a construction company or something and runs. Yeah. It's hard not to be negative about Dach. We started showing some signs. He started showing some signs there. Do I have any Kirby Dach hockey cards? I don't think I do. What were you doing for the last 2 hours? Well, we've been streaming for 2 hours? Holy smokes. We played the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, the remaster. We only got through it's not even the tutorial part of it. It's just the very beginning when you're in the sewers. And you're with the Emperor or whatever. $500 million to get in, while Seattle paid $650. I know. It's a crazy market, and you know what? I went to Vegas. What was it? The year before they won the Cup, and did they get the finals that season? I can't remember. But I was in Vegas during playoff season, and they made their mark in that city. The residents of Vegas, very prideful of that team. Whereas, you go into different cities that have big sports organizations, and they have a hockey team, and the identity around the hockey team is not really there. I feel like in Vegas, it's there. So they did something right with that, and I it's an interesting thing to think about. But certain big markets in the United States, they're spoiled for choice when they've got an Major League Baseball team, when they have a National Football League team. And then they're like, oh, the Florida Panthers, I'm supposed to get excited about the Florida Panthers? What did they do? They won the Stanley Cup? What's that? It's always 40 degrees Celsius in Florida. Well, why do we care about a sport that you skate around on ice? That doesn't seem right. Meanwhile, hockey is the most entertaining sport on earth. People in the United States would rather watch people pick their butts on a baseball diamond for 3.5 hours. I digress. We were hockey fights. Oh, what's going on in Canada? Yeah, it's looking pretty red. This is not going to be very red. This is probably going to be pretty red. So the Liberals won another term. $172 seats for a majority. So what does that? Man, I'm really going to show my butt here. But what does that mean? You don't need the majority government to it. So what? It just depends where there's not a certain amount of seats you need to win necessarily to be the winner, but this is the majority. They wouldn't necessarily be able to add another line that says, okay, this is where you win. Okay, I get it. What are you going to stream if the Habs get eliminated? Stream? What am I like? What videos am I going to do? I'll just continue putting videos up for the playoffs. What did I do? YouTube, Whiskeylung. How do you spell his name? Oh, he's live. What did I do the other day? I did this. Oh, this video didn't do so hot, but I covered this Senators versus Maple Leafs game. You know why this game didn't do so hot? The Sens won. This game got 15,000 views. I'll be all right either way. Even if I'm only getting 3,000 views over the summer, this is just a hobby. I love doing this. I'm going to do it no matter what. But what my plan is to keep streaming or to keep making videos for the Montreal Canadiens until they win the Stanley Cup. After the Montreal Canadiens win the Stanley Cup, I will do all the draft stuff. They're not doing an award ceremony, are they? I will do the combine. I will do rookie camp. I will do preseason. There's little trickles of news all throughout summer. And to fill things in, I will do videos about the Habs history. I'll do general videos about top 10 goaltenders in the 90s, top 10 goaltenders in the 2000s, you know, the top 10 goaltenders. I don't know. The further back that I go, actually, you know what? My demographic is like a big time 40 plus. So, you know, maybe I'll do the top 10 goaltenders of the 80s, or the top 10 players of the 80s, or the top 10 moments of the 80s, top 10 moments of the 90s. I'll do top 10 stuff. I'll do, I don't know. I'll figure stuff out. I want to do more videos that require editing. These videos that I do video editing. I don't know if I've ever said this, but I do video editing professionally. And I haven't really been able to demonstrate a lot of my skills doing these videos. A lot of people give me compliments about how good I edit these videos, and that is very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's actualize. It helps me actualize things, because I do feel like I have imposter syndromes a lot. I feel like everything that I've learned and everything that I do professionally is self-taught, and that's kind of a weak part of my skills. But when, you know, I'm creating this content on YouTube and people are like, "Wow, I'm so happy that you are a Habs creator on here," and then somebody from Toronto would be like, "How come all the Habs creators are way better than the Toronto creators?" Man, I am walking around with a smile on my face, plastered there. Hey, watch your language. With a minority government, you can't pass laws with help from other parties. With a majority, you can essentially pass laws as you see fit, basically carte blanche. Do you think the Habs will be doing some horse trading in the off season? I think they will. Yeah, I think there's going to be interesting stuff with the off season trades. There's lots of free agents that I think have a lot of juice left in them, and a lot of free agents that just need to see a new market. I used to have 210 hockey fights and goals and playoff games from North Stars and Wild and Dallas Stars in YouTube. One kid seen himself in one video and said it was his. They closed my account. Oh my gosh. Sorry, Swerve. I didn't read that before I read the F YouTube comment. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. One kid seen himself in one video, said it was, who's my account? Yikes. Guy Lafleur. Who's the best Habs of all time? I chose his Markov. Yeah, I think you gotta go back a little bit further. I agree, it would be Lafleur. Lafleur, I mean, who is the best? Okay. Best is the objective word here. Maybe it is Lafleur. But you can't go wrong with Richard. Catching a late stream yet again. Were you at Costco earlier today? Saw someone that looked just like you but didn't want to bother or look like an idiot. It's happened. It happened. I've been recognized in public. This is a real made it moment. I'm going to call my mom. I've been recognized in public. It was me. I was at Costco. I was buying poutine that made me sick, a slice of pizza, and chicken fingers. But I was also buying drops for my 8-month-old. What else did I buy? I can't remember. But, okay. Should be no problem talking about this, right? So I was at Costco. You know, when you go to Costco, here's some Costco anecdotes. Everybody can relate to these. You know, when you go to Costco and it isn't that busy and you're like, dang, nice, it isn't that busy. But still, everybody is running interference no matter what. Like, everybody got in front of my cart and just kind of stood there like they were going on shutdown mode. I hate that. Why you gotta get in, like, the shopping carts at Costco are so huge. Why do you have to go right in the middle of an aisle and just stand there looking at something with your cart horizontally parked across the aisle? Have some, have some awareness. It was me, yes. Do you think Price will get his number retired? I don't know, man. Maybe. I don't know. What do you, I don't know. 22 shutouts record will never be broken. The best player I ever saw in person was Vinny Danfus. He was a dominant center for years. Yep. Danfus was awesome. Naslin was awesome. Fleur. 100% Costco. There's always someone in your way. And I don't know if you knew this, Oatmeal, but earlier tonight, somebody called in a bomb threat at Costco. I'm like, why you... Dude. They had to shut down Costco. They evacuated Costco. A bomb threat, like somebody's membership expired or something, or maybe they have a problem with the chocolate chunk cookies. But they called in a bomb threat and they had to evacuate everyone. So I was like, perfect time to go, right? Nobody's going to be there because they're like, oh, damn, somebody's going to blow up Costco. Bernadette, je vais pas au Costco. Stay home. Wait, I'll watch la news, la politique au soir. Is it possible to shop at Costco if you don't have a car? Yeah, but some of the items that are like really the worthwhile items to get at Costco, you kind of need a car. So there's things at Costco that you're like, okay, everything at Costco is a deal, right? No. There's some things that are not like are worse to buy at Costco. So I don't necessarily recommend Costco to individuals who don't drive their own vehicle or who can't get a rideshare service or a like if you don't have Uber where you're at or your taxi services are expensive. C'est formidable. That's my chiac. On parle chiac en Nouveau-Brunswick, alors on dit des mots en anglais. Mixer tout avec notre français. Des mots anglais. Après travail, je m'en vais au mall puis pick up a couple of things pour aller au party. Après, en boire des bières puis faire des cochonneries. I'm afraid of Costco because Xhekaj used to work there. Yeah, imagine seeing the next big up-and-coming Montreal Canadiens player working at Costco. Because that's, the... I just thought of it like a funny scenario. The Scouts, Montreal Scouts, they're out at Costco looking at the big employees restocking the shelves. Hey, you wouldn't by any chance. Here's my card. Call me. Hot dog, fries, gravy with a drink for $5.50 is worth it. So, can Costco solve the food crisis? If you can, I swear to God, sometimes I go into Costco and I'm passing by the food court and I'm seeing a guy loading up on like 18 hot dogs. It's happened more than once. They're pulling away with it, aren't they? This is not updating. Okay. Still 1-0 Stars. Still 1-0 Liberals. I try not to get too invested into politics because I'll be disappointed no matter what. Yo, they broke it, man. Forbidden. Forbidden politics. They crashed the site. Oh no. Oh no. Against terms of service. Stop. Too soon. It is too soon to say whether it will be a minority or majority. 7 minutes ago. Yo, it's not working, man. Hot dogs, fries, damn, didn't think I'd hear you speak Xhekaj anytime soon. Oh, yeah. Good night, gents. I'll catch you on another streamer vid. Good night, Oatmeal. You don't need Costco when grocery stores are still selling old Easter candy. I went into Lawton's, the drugstore. Is it Lawton's or London Drugs? I can't remember. Lawton's. And it's in a weird place in Moncton. And I got some Easter candy. The shelves are stocked with it. I got like the big, the big bag, the upright bag of the Cadbury mini eggs. I got that for $7.50. That's good in Canadian buckaroos. Polyev or whatever his breath has to win or we are screwed. I think, well, he will, it's looking like he will lose if this thing ever loaded. Do you use Puckpedia? Because it's a super powerful tool for searching all things. I know, I love Puckpedia. They really invested in themselves when they saw Cap Friendly go down, eh? Puckpedia. Oh, .com? Puckpedia. Oh, gotta spell com, right? Teams, players, lineups, scouting, agents, draft, Capology, news, cool bet. God, they got bets in there now? Puck GM, what's this? Popular signings. Oh, is this like a fantasy league? Yeah, cool. Nice. Not interested, but. Projected cap space. -3 mil. When does Carey Price fall off? Not next season. Not next season, but the season after. Check. Jeff Petrie falls off. So does Jake Allen's. That opens up $4 million. $10.5 until 2026, 2027. So that 10.5 hangs around for another 2 years. So we know what Savard's doing. Strubal's a restricted free agent. I wonder what kind of deal he gets. Or does he get a deal? Would he be a better bargaining chip than one of our young defensive prospects if we are pooling them together to get a really good second line C? Heineman. And I was like, as long as Heineman doesn't Raphael Harvey Pinard himself, he's going to be a heck of a player. I totally jinxed him. 23. Yeah, he really... He could be a project player. Didn't Washington buy Cap Friendly just for Puckpedia to take it over? Yep. Yeah, I live in New Brunswick. Yep. Hutson and Demidov are going to be around 22K combined. Yeah, no kidding. They should have signed Hutson earlier in the season. Demidov is going to play a full season. They're going to see, it befits a team to let a player play, show what they're worth at the end of the season. It creates confidence in both members of the table, of each side of the table. So if they threw like 6.5 at Lane Hutson like halfway through the season this year, does Lane Hutson play as hard? I hope so. I hope that he plays as hard as he can all the time. I hope he's that type of player. But does he finish the year with the Calder and say, well, you know what? 6.5 ain't not too bad. And, maybe I'm a low paid Calder recipient, but I'm happy with how much I get paid. Or maybe he's like, I'm a little resentful. I think it's good for the player to get paid what they're worth. It makes everybody happy. And these negotiations, they're no joke. Even if it's you'd have to be dumb not to re-sign a player because they hit all their performance expectations or whatever. Even if it's like it would be a boneheaded move not to re-sign the player and you probably know what number you're landing at, you still have to go through the process. Herring choker. Oh my gosh, this guy. How do you ban somebody's YouTube account? Oh wait, I'd already. I'm just joking, Swerve. Sorry, buddy. Is Hockey Junkie from Nova Scotia? Nova Scotia? Maybe you guys can forge a rivalry. 2-0 Stars. What kind of goal is this one? Ehrlich. Oh God. Look at this picture. Nightmare blunt rotation. Let's see this goal. Come on, somebody upload it. No, you wanna. I think Hockey Junkie is from Newfoundland, but I don't know if he currently lives in Nova Scotia. I've never asked him. We're going to end up losing Armia, Devo, Savard, and Pez. Armia, yeah, I could see it. Devo, yeah, also, yeah. Savard and Pez, almost certainly. The cup is stuck in the sand. I know. We don't have much luck at all in FAs, and I don't think any Laval boys can replace Devo, Army, and Savvy next year. It may not be as good as we think. So there's going to be discomfort at the start of the season for sure. It's going to be another season like this season where we're like, what the hell? How come they got worse again? How come they can't play? It's going to be November. We're going to be like, we're 30th in the league. Martin St. Louis needs to be fired into the sun. We've got no goaltending. Our forwards can't score. We don't have any defensemen. Yo, how does Matheson have a job in the NHL still? Also, I could see them keeping Devo just because he's more of a playoff guy. Florida Panthers jersey is appalling. It looks just so wrong. Seth Jones. I can't believe he landed in Florida. Shit. Oh my gosh. Yuck. Please leave immediately and don't even look me in the face. I want to see this freaking goal. Can somebody upload the goal? Dallas. Did you upload the goal yet there, Dally? Oh,
Up high, Harley.
Oh, they scored in the last minute?
Shot off.
All right, here we go.
One late to bookend it. Up high, Harley. Shot off the blocker.
Oh.
One late to book it.
Hello?
Up high, Harley. Shot off the blocker. Falls in behind Blackwood.
What? Got to be a better angle, right? Oh, gosh. The fans are blocking it? They got to work on their camera placement.
Played by Thomas Harley to stand his ground, and from that, the simple shot. It's the second time in the game.
No. You see that? It went off his blocker up in the air, landed on his back, and rolled down his crack into the net. Reinbacher and Mayu will take Savard's place. Yep. A streamer from Nova Scotia was Scotian Canadian. Yeah. I still have one of his shirts. Where's Matt Naslin when you need him?
Basically, he has bookended the period, not knowing where the puck is. Most big goal.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Avs goalies suck. No, Blackwood's good. Reinbacher needs to play a full season without getting hurt. And Mayu is offensive D. He doesn't seem to fit in our current D ecosystem. Yeah, it's true. But they're gonna make it work probably, which is why I'm saying there's gonna be discomfort, big time discomfort when the season starts. I can't believe I managed to catch the stream, but yikes, Blackwood. Yeah, the crack shot goal. It rolled right down his butt crack. Well, that's one way to finish the first period for the Stars. You think Habs are going to crumble tomorrow or play with a win or go home mentality? Honestly, I'm a little scared. It all depends. I personally think if the game is I'll try to be a little bit better with my words. Of course, officiating could determine whatever happens for either team. But the Habs have consistently played a style of hockey that kept them in the game in every game so far this series. They deserved the win last time. They didn't get it. The time before that, they had a statement. They made a statement. And the 2 games previous, the Capitals were on the side of the puck gods. So I really think that they win this next game. Capitals just don't have it. They just don't have it in them to push themselves into a win state. At least not yet. How is Engstrom doing? He could maybe make the jump to the big show. He definitely could. I think he's sound defensively. I think his big thing is he is good at defense. Oh, this updated? Oh, man. Are they going to get a majority? Ooh. A lot of these are Wait, they are going to get a majority. If they get all the ones that are not guaranteed, doesn't that mean... Oh, no, wait, that's factored in. Then how many of these can flip? But all of these are up for grabs. And isn't BC... BC's the big NDP province. But isn't the rest of the province kind of red? Anyway, who cares about freaking politics? In the system. Got decent points too. Laval's a freaking wagon. Look at Xhekaj's penalty minutes. It's hilarious. So, Engstrom played 66 games. How many games did Mailloux play? 63. That's because he was in the NHL. There were definitely opportunities to play Engstrom in the big show this season. Why didn't they take a look at him? He played decently in preseason. He just didn't wow. Like he wasn't. I like Mailloux better than Engstrom. I personally really think. You think he will? And they will get someone great for him. Yeah, it's possible. I personally think Mailloux needs a little bit of discomfort in the big show to learn the speed of the game and learn the system really well. I think that he's a guy that might be a little slow on the uptake. The controversy with him initially, but I think he's grown as a person. And I think that he is more. He could be a sponge for learning. He just needs to be tested in the big show a little bit more. Night, Tom. Oh man, you're really painting a picture, Swerve. If Habs win Game 5, they win the series. One good timed hit Montreal shots were low, but quality. Dobesh was and will be, if needed, good enough. Demidov is certain. I'm certain is Mario Lemieux's son. Hey, did Lemieux spend any time over there in Russia? You might be onto something. Does Mayu still have a stink on him? Other teams might not want it. No, definitely not. At least what I've observed with him in the media, I think it really affected him. And he did see counseling. He worked on himself. So I live in the bowels of Calgary. No way. What? You're a soda fan in Calgary? You're a soda fan in Calgary? Swerve? You're an enigma. I'm not going to forget you. Teams will definitely take him. Yeah, no kidding. Oh. And they're still counting. This is turning blue. This stuff can flip too. I think it doesn't normally flip, but you never know if there should be more than 2 colors. There should be like a third color indicating whether or not it's close to being if it's close to being flipped. I did not think the Newfies voted like that. This is different in New Brunswick. New Brunswick is historically a very red province, even though, you know, a lot of us are backwater hicks, myself included. Huh. Interesting. Yep, since 1980, when my North Stars knocked your Habs out of the playoffs. No kidding. The way you're talking, I thought you were like a 20-year-old. I'm misreading you completely, sir. Who do you want to win in politics? We're not going to talk about politics. How do you feel about Ovechkin? I don't like him. Looks like a liberal minority. They would probably just call another election. Maybe. Let's try that again. This has been like a precedent-setting Canadian election, though. There's been a lot of media and gosh, I don't want to call it like mudslinging, or it's been a gross data political campaign for everyone involved. Florian. Yeah, I wonder if he does really good at camp and gets a shot. You know what's so interesting? What was amazing from Florian, the night that he got the game-winning goal, and instead of celebrating, it just left the ice. For me, that was the best. I love that. Tyler Thorpe. Barre Boulet. Man, he's interesting. Why? So he didn't stick in the NHL, but there was moments of brilliance, right? And now he's head and shoulders above his peers. Maybe it's because he's a full-fledged man. I thought he was like 25, 26. A little bit off on that. Tampa Bay Kraken. Tampa Bay picked them up again. I think I just saw his highlights and was like, hey, this guy, he could be a gamer. Yeah, he never really got it done though, did he? Yeah, I was never into Ovi. There's things that I don't like him about him. I think he's just a real bonehead. I think Fowler gonna get any starts in the playoffs. For Laval, yeah, 100%. I used to like Ovi and hate Sid, but I recently started hating Ovi and liking Sid. Exactly. Yeah, there was a time when I thought that Sid was a little bit soft. Not anymore. Fowler can't play for the Habs this year. It depends if Monty comes back for the Habs. Yeah, Fowler can't play for the Habs, but he'll play in the playoffs for Laval, certainly. Time's at 11:43. I think I'm gonna call it a night, guys. I need to use the washroom. I was gonna put like an add-on, but I think I'm just gonna go use the washroom. Maybe eat like 1,700 calories worth of cereal and then go to bed. How's that sound? What's your guys' favorite cereal? We got any Shreddy fans in here? Yeah, I need my daily 1,700 calories worth of cereal. Breakfast cereal. I have it every night before going to bed. I fall asleep like a Washington Capitals fan, knowing that the referees have their back no matter what. Almond Crunch. Almond Crunch. Almond Crunch. Almond Crunch. I like Honey Bunches of Oats. Is it kind of like that? It looks kind of like that. You know what was a good cereal, and I don't think they can sell it anymore in Canada because it doesn't qualify as a cereal because it's too unhealthy, is Cookie Crunch. Or wait, Cookie Crisp. Cookie Crisp. Frosted Flakes are the bomb. The Frosted Bales. Oh. Corn Chex are good, really good. They get wet, but they're still crunchy. Like, so you get that crunch, and the texture is magnifique. Yeah, good night. Had fun with you guys. Excited for Wednesday. I'll have more videos before then. But like the stream, it helps me out. I think probably with something. You're already subscribed. I hope you're all subscribed. If not, why aren't you? And as always, I will see you everywhere, all around on my channel. So have a good night. Have a good week. I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye, guys. Crave, yeah.